What is the smallest DJI build available? What's the smallest DJI build available? Asks Dennis Matovich. Dennis, I think that the smallest, like, in the world, I don't know. Like, Mr. Shutterbug has made some custom thing. If we're talking about a bind and fly, I think the Alpha 85 is one of the smallest, if not the smallest, bind and fly you can get with DJI. I think it's down there. I certainly think it's as small as, maybe a little smaller even, than I think is ideal for DJI. Somewhere out there, there's a version of this with a naked vista. Actually, I remember talking about this the last time. I think this one is half naked. I think it's missing one of its heat sinks. So that, to me, is what I think of as the smallest. What about the Firefly Nano 20? The Firefly 2S Nano Baby. Is that smaller? It might be. That's analog. Is there a DJI version? Wow, Firefly makes a 1.6 inch. That's a hexacopter. I'm not sure if that's smaller than the A85. Nano Baby DJI. Oh my gosh. Wow. How small is this? Oh, this might be the new winner. This might be the new winner of the smallest DJI quad you can get. That A85 has been my go-to for a long damn time. This thing's pretty small. 1002 Motors. Gemfan 2015. What's the weight? 44 grams. Wow. That's impressive. And they've got the fully naked Vista to save as much weight as possible. This is really impressive. This is really impressive. So 44 grams is really heavy. Let's just not kid ourselves. What size props are these? What size are these props? These 2-inch props? 2015. That's something. That's pretty impressive for a bind and fly. I think this is the winner. Does anybody know a bind and fly that's smaller? Anybody know a bind and fly that's smaller? I think this is the winner. Anyway. One IFPV asks, if you were going small now, would you go with the HD0 version instead? Well, let's look at the weight difference. Okay? So that was 44 grams. The HD0 version, is that the same one? Yes, it is. The HD0 version weighs, 38 grams. So about 6 grams difference. But 6 grams out of 44 grams is like 15%. I'm sorry. Is that right? That's actually right. 4 grams would be 10%. So 6 grams is 15%. That's a pretty substantial difference. The question is, how much do you care about range and penetration? Because DJI, that Vista is going to run at 1200 milliwatts. No joke. You're going to get just as much range and penetration. As long as you don't stand still and let it overheat, you're going to have just as much range and penetration out of the DJI version as you would a larger quad. The HD0 version, I'm going to guess it's a 200 milliwatt VTX. Let's just double check. Does it say? I'm going to guess it's the 200 milliwatt VTX. Suffice it to say, it's not going to, 200 milliwatts, yes. Suffice it to say, it's not going to have as much range and penetration as the DJI version. So the HD0 version is going to fly way better. The DJI version is going to have more range. I think that on something this small, the flight performance would matter more than the range and penetration, because how much range are you really going to get off a 2-inch quadcopter with a 450 milliamp hour battery or whatever it is? Not much. 420 milliamp hour battery. So you can go up to a 750. Well, I suspect that I I would prefer the HD0 version to the DJI version, but I'd have to try them out to really know for sure. They make 3 versions of them. Walk snail. Maybe that would, do you think that would be an interesting video? I mean, that would be quite an investment from Flywoo. What if I tried the HD0 version, the Walk Snail version, and the DJI version of this exact same drone? Tried all 3 of them out back to back. Wouldn't that be interesting? Maybe I'll reach out to Flywoo and see if they're on board. That's a lot of money. It'd be like $1,000 that they. I mean, that's retail. So you know, that's a lot of money. It'd be an interesting video. Because it would be a test not just of the video system, but also of the effect of the weight on the performance. And we'll just do a giveaway or something. Anyway, that's very interesting.